we have a lot to do in the next couple of weeks. And so I just wanted to lift up a couple of areas that I am particularly worried about and looking at in this year's budget. The first is around literacy investments. We have only 1/4 of our fourth grade students reading at grade level. That is not acceptable, and it is foundational to everything else that we want to see in our community to teach our kids how to read. And as folks have heard me talk about ad nauseum, literacy is not intuitive. You have to learn how to teach reading for our teachers. And we established a task force several years ago that has a list of recommendations. These recommendations have been tried in places like Mississippi, where reading scores have significantly increased the year following the recommendations. And I think we need to prioritize implementing and fully funding the task force recommendations to teach our teachers how to teach reading so we can set our kids up for success. I'll also note that we have about 1/3 of our adult population in DC who is not fully literate. And so getting this right at an early age throughout our child's lives and in high school is very, very important. Well, I'm also very worried about the budget for truancy and absenteeism and want to make sure that OSSE is leaning into those efforts to make sure we're preventing absenteeism earlier and identifying what kids who are missing school need and how we can better support them and their families. I'm interested in the field trip budget and how OSSE can lean in to our after-school programming efforts and make sure that barriers that we're hearing from students, like getting to after-school programming safely, OSSE can be an important partner there. And then lastly, I'm looking at the budget for mental health for our students, supplies. I'm hearing from many of our students lack of ability to access graphing calculators and other supplies that they may need, and want to lift up something that I'm hearing from several of our Ward 2 schools, which is a concern about lack of access to AP courses.